Hi everyone and welcome to another Doctor Who Series 5 figure review by me, Megashots, and today I'll be reviewing Peter the Winder. Now I got this figure from Argos for £8.99. It is an absolutely brilliant figure, and before I start saying my thoughts on this excellent figure, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of the packaging it came in. Okay, so as we can see, it is as normal for Series 5 figure packaging. It says new figure in the top right corner and highly detailed posable figure in the top left corner, and on the back we can see all the other figures available in this wave and also some company information. Okay, so now I'm going to review the actual figure. Okay, so here we have Peter from the second episode of Series 5, The Beast Below. Now I do know that a lot of people wanted a smiler figure in wave 1 instead of this figure, but I actually really like the Winders a lot more than the Smilers, because to me the Smilers just look like something you'd see at your everyday fun fair, even though they do look quite good and very creepy at times. I think the Winders look a lot more creepy because of their long dark hooded costumes, and also the fact that they actually have two faces on one head, one human face and one very scary smiler face. Now, in my opinion, this figure has a brilliant likeness to the actor that played Peter in The Beast Below. I'm not sure what the actor's name was, but if you do know it, please just leave a comment below. I think they've done a very good job of painting the hair on top of his head. It looks very lifelike. And I also think that character options or design works, whoever did the sculpting and painting for the smiler head on this figure have done a great job of doing it. They've painted the teeth into the mouth very well, and the facial expression has been made very nicely. And if we take a look at the head from the side, we can actually see that there are screws going into the head, which looks very freaky. And I think this is to make us think that the Winders are actually made like this, which is very creepy in my opinion. I also really like the clothing on this figure. I think it looks really excellent. We can see his black necklace with the golden key on the end of it, and also his long black cloak has lots of buttons on it, a couple of pockets and lots of creases on it, which make it look very lifelike. The cloak doesn't go all the way down to the floor. We can also see that he is wearing a grey shirt underneath the black cloak, which also has several buttons on it, a black shirt underneath that, and also a green belt which goes over the grey shirt and also over the black cloak. And for detail, I think this figure really is excellent. The clothing looks really realistic and very screen accurate, and I also think that both of the faces are absolutely brilliant. They've done a brilliant job of making the smiler face and also the human face of Peter. And now I'm going to go through the articulation. His head can turn 360 degrees, but it can only do a full turn if you have him wearing this hood. It doesn't go very far at all when you have this hood on the figure. Both arms can do a 360 degree turn from the shoulders. They can also swivel at the biceps and bend at the elbows. The hands can also swivel 360 degrees. Lower body articulation now. I don't think there is any waist articulation, but the articulation on the legs still remains as standard. They can bend backwards and forwards from the waist. They can also move outwards from the waist, but they can't go too far because of the black cloak. The legs can also swivel 360 degrees at the thighs, and both legs can also bend at the knees. And that's all the articulation on this figure. Now, before I start saying my final thoughts on this figure, I'm going to show you what this figure looks like with the swappable hood on. Now, as I said before, you can only turn the head all the way round when you have this hood on the figure, which is the folded down version. You just take it off like so, and next to the neck we can see two holes in the body where you attach the hoods into them. and you just do that like so. As I said before, once you have this hood on the body, you really can't turn the head that far, so if you are going to recreate the scene from The Beast Below where Peter turns his head all the way around to show his smiler face, then you'll have to do it with this hood on the body instead. But I really do like this idea of swappable hoods for Doctor Who action figures now. I think it's a shame that they didn't do it with the End of Time Master figure, and I do hope that perhaps in the future we see a re-release of that End of Time Master figure, but perhaps with the swappable head feature. But yeah, I'm really happy with the idea of swappable hoods for Doctor Who action figures now. I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea, and out of 10 I give both hoods a 10 out of 10, because there's absolutely nothing wrong, there's absolutely nothing I don't like about them, and I think they are both very nice. And that's all I have to say for the detail, articulation and hoods for this figure. And overall, I think this figure really is an absolutely brilliant addition to my collection. Both of the faces have been made very well. This figure has a brilliant likeness to the actor that played Peter, and I really like the smiler face on it. The clothing is also very good, with lots of detail and lots of creases on it, which makes it look very lifelike. And the articulation is the same standard articulation that we normally get with Doctor Who figures, but I'm still very happy with that articulation. No faults with it at all in my mind. And out of 10, I give Peter the Winder from The Beast Below a very well earned 10 out of 10. This is a figure that I highly recommend, and my next review will be the Dalek Ironside. Thanks for watching, YouTubers, and I'll see you again for my next review sometime soon.